Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com, here with match number 3, I guess, for this week. Match number 2 in the 8-man queue. Yes, we'd like to play first. That is always good with this deck, with the Dredge deck. This is a very keepable hand. We have the Dredge, we have the Shadowborn Demon, we have a Jarad Golgari. It's a little bit slow, but it's definitely a keepable hand. And we'll lead off here with just a Forest, and next turn we'll have the Grisly Salvage. And see what we're up against, a Temple of Mystery. Alright, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Could be a number of decks. So, going to go ahead and just play a Swamp here, and Nighthowler was the perfect draw ever. This is going to be a great hand that we have going here. Depending on if this is Bant control, I could be in for a little bit of an issue. But, I mean, this is probably going to allow Nemesis of Mortals to cast next turn, unless I just completely whiff. And no, I do not whiff. I think Lotleth Troll is the best card here instead of a Nighthowler. And we'll actually Lotleth Troll and keep the Lotleth Troll up. I mean, I could just take this land. It's definitely in between Nighthowler and a Lotleth Troll. And I think the Lotleth Troll is the right card here. And it is going to be Lotleth Troll over Nemesis of Mortals. Oh, no, it's not. I can't regenerate it if he... Well, I don't think he has anything that can actually kill the Lotleth Troll. So it's going to be, yep, just this Golgari Guildgate and a Lotleth Troll. And we have the Nighthowler next turn. So yes, we could be running into a Detention Sphere, but we haven't invested much in this Lotleth Troll. And yeah, this is actually going to be quite good. I mean, you could have a Azorius Charm. But if he Azorius Charms, I will just resolve a Jarad. Okay. And that's fine to go back on top. So, yeah, we're just going to resolve a Jarad here. Which is a 4-4 or is a 5-5? So now, again, he's got to make the move of Supreme Verdict here. And I just got to try to just out-tempo him, I guess. I mean, Jarad's going to be great to keep bringing back. I mean, worst case scenario, he Detention Spheres it. I'm okay with it getting Supreme Verdict. So D-Sphere would be... Okay, Jace. Jace for -2? I think we just ignore Jace. And he can have a Dissolve. Yeah, I think the Sphinx's Rev at this point and Elspeth aren't even that big of a deal. They're both high casting cost. I mean, he's going to want the Dissolve. And he takes Elspeth and the Sphinx. So, I mean, he's staring down lethal. Again, I think we just ignore the Jace and just go for it here. So it's going to be Overgrown Tomb into play, tapped is fine. And it's going to be a Nighthowler. Oh, geez. I just cast a Nighthowler. That was... I meant to bestow it. Whoops. Whoops. At this point now I think I actually... Just attacking to him for 5. Oh boy. That was not what I meant to do. So I wonder if I tapped the lands right and that's why it didn't give me the option. I tapped it wrong, yeah. So now I'm just so dead to Supreme Verdict. Oh joy. But, I mean, we still have ways to bring him back. Yeah, unfortunately, we would have had a Nighthowler into play there that could have then threatened lethal, but it is what it is. Just gonna go ahead and Lotleth Troll. I mean, he can even Elspeth next turn. Elspeth's gonna be a bit of an issue. We'll just Nemesis of Mortals as well, and I'm gonna shock myself just in case I need to regen for 2 for any reason, but probably lost this game due to my misplay there on tapping the lands wrong, and then I'm so used to just clicking on and then having it give the option if but it didn't give me the option there. It just automatically casted Nighthowler. So that is the issue with MTGO. So let's see, Elspeth comes down here and he pluses it and gets rid of the Nemesis. No, he's just going to go for tokens. And what, plus Jace? Unfortunately, we needed some way to get Nemesis of Mortals. I guess killing Jace would have probably been the right thing there as well. Shadowborn Demon that I can actually... This just destroys. Well, we're going to go after Elspeth. And I will discard these Shadowborn Demons, because they're pretty much dead cards. And do 2 damage to Elspeth. Get rid of a token too, but he's going to be net up tokens. And Jarad does loss of life, so I don't think there's a point to Jarad quite yet. Especially Sphinx's Revelation and Jace taking up. So I apologize about that misplay. I think it is going to be the difference between the game. I know he doesn't have a Dissolve. He does a Sphinx's Revelation, though, so I am in a monstrosity, the Nemesis of Mortals. And he's going to Detention Sphere on the Nemesis Mortals. Wow, okay. That is definitely fine by me, because Lotleth Troll is a lot more of an issue, I'd think. Again, we're going to have to keep tacking into Elspeth, which is unfortunate. Wasteland Viper is something we'll just discard to the Lotleth Troll. If he's got an Azorius Charm, I'm just dead. And there's the Azorius Charm. Okay. So I think that what we do here is we just bring back Jarad. Who's an 8/8, but I'm sure he's just going to nag Elspeth the following turn. So double Azorius Charms, yeah, it's a bit of a problem. We'll bring in the Golgari Charms. Elspeth down to 1, though. And at this point, though, he's gonna be nagging Jace, and he's got the Sphinx's Revelation as well. So maybe the split early in the game was bad on my part to allow him to have both Elspeth and Sphinx's Rev. Because I get Lotleth Troll here. Or just go for a Jarad. I'm just going to go for a Jarad. I think it's the only thing that can get me back in this. But there's really no way to actually get through his wall, though, so maybe that wasn't the right play. And he's just going to Sphinx's Rev, find a million cards, and yeah, I've seen enough. We lose this game. We'll just go on to the sideboard here. We're going to bring in Golgari Charms. We're going to bring in Dreg Manglers. I think Manglers are fine versus him. They're a way to actually kill those Jaces when he gets greedy with them like that. Reaper the Wild is actually pretty decent as well. It can have hexproof. Bile Blight's not good. Needles will come in. Putrefy does not need to come in. Shadowborn Demon can come out. And Scavenging Ooze can come out. So 6 cards would have to come out if I go this route. Which, I mean, Nemesis of Mortals actually is one of the weaker cards. Even though I can Monstrosity it with the Jarad. But I still think it is. And I think that Reaper is actually quite weak. As it just... not impactful enough. The hexproof's nice, but Well, maybe it's just better than a Mangler. Or, wow, these Wasteland Vipers are terrible. So we can actually bring in some Nemesis of Mortals if that's the case. Submit this away. And I'm sure he's a Kiora list as well. Needle will do amazing. Hopefully he doesn't draw all 4 of his detention spheres. We do need to be aggressive. Hopefully it's a Lotleth Troll, Dreg Mangler. Yes, we'd like to play first. All right, this is a great hand. We got the Lotleth Troll. We got the Satyr. He's mulling into 6. So I'm going to Tomb. Next turn we will probably this Lotleth Troll to put some pressure. Yeah, definitely going to just Lotleth Troll here. So no Azorius Charm. There's a Needle. Needle will be nice for Jace. Be nice for a lot of things here. So I think it's just going to be... I'm actually going to name Jace. And I don't think we even need to leave up any regen mana. Well, we missed completely with that. Name some Jace, Architect the Thought. And we should be good. So Nighthowler is something I need to draw into with probably a Grisly Salvage. We only have 2 guys in the graveyard, though. He's stuck on land anyway, so we're getting extremely lucky with these matchups. But that is magic. There's a Slaughterhorn. I think what we do is we just Grisly Salvage here. And wow, that was a terrible, terrible salvage. And get in here for these guys. Another 3, taking him down to 15. And I guess I should have... No, I needed the green source here for the Grisly Salvage, and the other one had to come into play. Golgari. I guess I could have... Yeah, I couldn't have taken anything there to put the Nemesis of Mortals. Misses land drop again, so let's see what he ends up discarding. Of course, it's going to be a Jace here. No, Last Breath. Yeah, Last Breath is pretty bad. Reaper's going to be very nice. Get in there again. Can I give it hexproof? What can he draw into a detention sphere for the Reaper? I think just Reaper is the right play. And I think we're lethal next turn. Yeah, I don't think he has any sort of disperse or bounce. So we get a free win. Here. Yeah. I still think this is the right lineup. So we'll submit this. And hopefully we can get a pretty nutty hand. As this tends to be a hard matchup. This is fine. This is exactly what you want to see against a control list. It is slow, but it's something that can be lethal with the Jarad Nighthowler combo. So wait, what is this? I thought he was banned. Maybe he's just playing all the temples for an Azorius list? I have no clue what this guy is. All right, so Lotleth Troll's great. We'll Tomb here. And another temple. Puts it on top of his library, so he's liking that card. And I do believe it is just going to be Lotleth Troll. Again, he can Detention Sphere, but I don't think there's many cards that he can actually just destroy, flat out destroy, unless he is like a Dark Betrayal deck. But I didn't see anything the game before to even remotely even represent black. So again, it could get Azorius Charmed, but I'm okay with that. As we'll get it back with the Commune with the Gods. Nothing. Okay, so Syncope for one, so I do need to play this land first. Green source is fine. We will Commune. And grab a Reaper, I believe. Yeah, I think Reaper's a little more powerful than Nemesis in this matchup. Can't Supreme Verdict here. He can Detention Sphere. And he can Jace. But if he Jaces, I will kill Jace this time. Alright, Jace is going down. He's going to plus Jace. So I need to do 6 damage with a... Nighthowler will not be 6 unless... Yes, I'll discard a Reaper or a Jarad. I'll discard a Jarad here. So we'll be fine here. We go... Let's see here. We go... Yeah, it's going to be Nighthowler Bestowed. Hey, it gave me the option this time. I guess I tapped my lands appropriately. How'd that work last time that a Nighthowler didn't allow me to bestow? Maybe I just misclicked. Anyway, so we'll throw this Nighthowler on the Lotleth Troll. And discard a Jarad. Because that puts him up to 6. And takes out the Jace, which is a very problematic card for card advantage reasons. Did absorb a whopping 6 damage, though. But now, if he does Supreme Verdict, we have the Nighthowler that can do some damage. Especially a Nighthowler bestowed to a Nighthowler is pretty good. So a Sphinx. A Sphinx is not a very threatening card. I don't believe I run into a Nighthowler getting Detention Sphered. So what I'm going to do here is just Satyr Wayfinder. Try to throw some more garbage into our bin. And we get nothing. Jeez. We can go ahead and just throw out a Swamp. And attack in here. For Lotleth Troll for 6. I don't think there's any point to discarding anything. So it goes down to 12. And now we've got the regen mana for Lotleth Troll. We got the lands for Jarad. So it is looking pretty lethal in a few turns here. Yeah, we actually do have the mana for Jarad to cast a Jarad and sacrifice. So if he just casts an Elspeth here, I should be in great shape. I'm probably thinking it's going to be an Azorius Charm off the top is what he got. So Needle will be good for an Elspeth coming up. I don't believe we go for any sort of kill. What we do is we just attack in and hope he doesn't have an Azorius Charm. And he could have a Dissolve. I'm just going to Needle here for Elspeth, Sun's Champion. And do I cast a Reaper here? He Supreme Verdicts and has Azorius Charm up. I'm going to cast a Reaper. Leave some regen mana up. Yeah. So see if he does Azorius Charms in a turn here. Sphinx for 3. He's up to 7. Can't cast an Elspeth to save him. If he Supreme Verdicts, he can actually Supreme Verdict and Detention Sphere. But then a Nighthowler falls off. Attacking in with the Sphinx, huh? So he's liking the card on top. So Supreme Verdict, yep, we'll definitely regenerate. And I think that's game. As I'm just going to bring back Jarad. Yeah, I'm going to bring back Jarad instead of attack in and whatnot. So yeah, so we're going on to the finals here. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.